There's this feeling, I'm sure we all know it. You walk through your hotel, right? Reception is buzzing, it looks like every room is taken, but then you check the bank accounts and that good feeling just vanishes. The numbers simply don't add up to what you see. So let's talk about why that happens.
Yeah, that's the feeling, isn't it? It's really frustrating. You're working harder than ever, occupancy looks great, but the profit, the actual money that hits the bank, it just doesn't reflect all that hard work. It's a story I hear all the time, and I've lived it myself. So what is really going on?
Okay, so what's at the heart of this problem? It's something I call a downward price spiral. It's a cycle, and it's so easy to get trapped in, especially in our market today. And the thing is, it's not random. It happens in a very predictable way. Let's break it down.
I mean, logically, it should be simple, right? If there's high demand for rooms, we should be able to charge a good rate. That's just basic business. But the reality, the day-to-day grind with all the OTAs and the competition next door, it's a completely different story. The problem isn't a lack of guests. The problem is how we're reacting to everything happening around us.
And this is the real heart of the issue. We get caught up in what you could call reactive pricing. Basically, we're not setting our prices based on a smart plan. Nope, we're just reacting. We see a competitor drop their price, we react. We get a call from an OTA manager pushing us for a deal, we react. We're scared of having empty rooms, so we react. And when you're just reacting, your price only ever goes in one direction, and that's down. And you won't believe how fast this whole cycle happens. Just watch. Step 1. A single competitor gets nervous and drops their price online. Step 2. Suddenly, guests who are searching see our entire area as a cheaper destination. Step 3. We see this happening, and what do? We drop our rate too, just to stay safe. And boom, just like that, our lower price is the new normal for everybody. We've all just devalued our own hotels, completely by accident. So, okay, that's how it happens. But what's the real cost here? The damage goes way deeper than just losing a few hundred rupees on a single booking. It starts to affect our profit, sure, but also our staff, and honestly, our own peace of mind. This slide really shows the disconnect, doesn't it? On the outside, it looks like we're doing great, a full hotel, high occupancy. But what it feels like on the inside is weak profits, crazy high OTA commissions, and just this constant nagging pressure. It feels like you're running faster and faster just to stay in the exact same place. Let me ask you something, and be honest. Have you ever had this happen? A guest walks right up to your reception desk, shoves your phone in your face, and says, "Hey, why is your room cheaper online than your walk-in price?" And you look at the screen and you have absolutely no idea who is selling your room at that price. It's just a terrible, terrible feeling. Well, there's a name for that. It's called rate leakage. Basically, it's when rooms that we've given to, say, a wholesaler at a special private rate somehow find their way onto public websites for everyone to see. It could be a reseller who's not playing by the rules, a simple mapping error in the system. Honestly, it could be a dozen things, but the result is always the same. Our own price gets undercut and we completely lose control. And this is the really important part to understand. This isn't just about losing a little bit of revenue day to day. No, we're losing our peak season profits, the one time of year we're supposed to really make our money. We lose trust and credibility with our guests. Our own front desk staff, they lose their confidence because how can they defend our prices? It makes it impossible to plan for the future, for renovations or improvements. And at the end of the day, we lose our own peace of mind. Okay, so that's the problem. And I know it sounds big, it feels complicated and overwhelming. But the solution, the first step at least, doesn't have to be. We can actually start to fight back with just one small, really manageable habit. See, the answer to always being reactive is to become proactive. Instead of letting the market pull you in 100 different directions every single day, we can build one tiny system, just a small weekly habit that acts like a shield, protecting our prices and our business. And here it is. This is the habit. Every Monday morning, just take 30 minutes. That's it. Search for your own hotel on Google and a few of the big OTAs. Make My Trip, Goibibo, whatever you use. Check for the same date in the future, for the same room type, and if you find a price that's lower than what you've set, don't just get angry. Dig in. Investigate why. Is it some old promotion you forgot about? A mapping mistake? That wholesaler again? Find the source and then fix it. 30 minutes. That's all it takes to start taking back control. All right, before we wrap up, I just want to leave you with one final thought. It's a really simple idea, but I think it can completely change how you look at your business from tomorrow morning. We have this belief, right, that strong demand will protect us, that if the guests keep coming, we'll be okay. But as we've just seen, you can have all the demand in the world and still have a weak bank balance. Demand alone is not a shield for our business. It's the simple systems we build, like that 30-minute weekly check, that truly protect our rates, our profit, and ultimately our future.